Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. Sammy here at Sammy J Stitches, and this is another one of my year-end videos. In fact, this should be my last one for the year. So I hope y'all all had a really great 2018, and that 2019 is even better, right? We're only going to move forward. I hope if it wasn't a great stitching year this year, that it is next year, and that you participate in all the things, because it really makes it a lot of fun. So there's a little bit of information that probably should have went in my finishes video that will end up here, because I was getting ready for this and went, I probably should have said that. And I may have, actually. I know I just recorded it last night, but I can't remember. Anyways, tonight we're going to go through all my whips, so and I'll try and make it fairly quick, but you may need to grab a bite to eat or some stitching, because you may be here a little while. I'm also going to go over plans for 2019, as long as a touch of recap on the last year that I forgot last time. The way that I decided to do this was to go in order, from my oldest whip to my newest, sort of, because I'm going to have one more before the new year for my new year, new start, but I don't have that one with us today. And as I go through each whip, I will tell you the whip goal for the year, because remember, I'm doing that for the Whip Go board, and whether or not it's in year of whips, and kind of go over my goals for 2019. And all the stuff that I plan to do. So here we go. Let's do this. First, I gotta flip this over so that we start at the top, but you should see what we're getting ourselves into. This is my 2018 whips. Alright. So, and I will try and remember to give you as much information as possible. I do not have it written down in front of me, though. So I'll do my best. I do try and leave the tags on them, because it makes it easier, but sometimes that's not always possible. All right. Okay, so let me go over Whip Go just a little bit. I am going to insert a picture right over here. These are my two Whip Go boards. Everything was randomly placed on there, and I did not give myself a free space, because I didn't want to make this easy on myself. I want to hit my goals. So, you know, and it gets easier as you go, right? Because you've already marked one that may be in several different locations. But anyway, in order, I still haven't completely worked out, because between the two boards, there's 50 whips. I have 53, so 90% or more than 90% of my whips are on these two boards. So it's not like I'm going to be spinning the Whip Go all the time, right? So I'm still working out exactly how. But when I spin the Whip Go board, whichever one it lands on is the one I will work on that day. If it completes its goal, which, like I said, each one has its own goal, and as I go through them, I will tell them to you, it gets docked. If, for whatever reason, that project comes up before I've spun it on the board and hits its goal, it has to come up on the Whip Go wheel first in order to get docked. Until it comes off the Whip Go board, it continues to be in my whip rotation. If I hit the goal and I dob it, it will go to on hold until 2020. Maybe, if I can make myself do that. Being honest with myself, that might be hard. But anyway, so that's that. When I get a bingo, I will have a wheel of several prizes that I have come up with. I can tell you a few of those just so that you get an idea of where I'm at with this. buy myself a new Q-snap, because or actually technically 2 Q-snaps, because I buy 11 by 11 and an 8 by 8 and then I mix them, so I have 8 by 11s. I've been trying to buy myself new Q-snaps for months, and the cost, I always go, oh, but I could get this instead. So if I get that bingo and that's what's spun, that's what I get. A new project bag, because project bags, you know, I really like them, but they're not as cost effective as my little pencil pouches. So I will only do one of those as a prize to myself for completing essentially 5 goals, right? Because you need 5 in any line. I'm not doing 4 corners, but I will have a special prize for a blackout. A Mill Hill kit, a pattern, but patterns cannot travel by themselves, so a minimum of 2 patterns. Fabric, a fat quarter is what I've decided. You know, either a Bitsy Bob or something else from That So Kelly Co. Needles. You know, these are some things I came up with off the top of my head, but I may have a few more that go on the wheel. If I get a complete blackout, I am going to allow Jessie Marie to, not allow, I'm going to ask Jessie Marie to kit up something for me, so that it benefits us both, especially since WIPGO is her baby. So, you know, it's a bigger prize, because typically, you know, Heaven and Art Designs in particular have 80 something colors. You're paying for each skein, and then to have it kitted up, it's not a small feat. So it is my blackout prize. I don't expect to have double blackout. If I do, I don't know. We'll have to see once we get there. If I work on all my projects in a month, I will allow myself a new start. It will probably be a few months before that's a thing, because I have a very big pile. I'm also, a few things I'm participating in is Year of Whips 2019. We're going to go through that as we go through there. Stitch Mania. So I'm doing the Blimey Cat method. So if I started it last year, and I'm going to tell you which ones our Mania starts. If I started one last year, or even the year before, because I have some older ones in here, on that day, then I work on it. If I have finished whatever got started on that day, I get a new start. So, I already know that I'm going to have several new starts, because I did have quite a few finishes. There is Reading and Stitching, Vicky from Reading and Stitching, and Kate from, I follow her on YouTube, and I cannot even remember what her channel name is. I will put something down here that says her name when I remember it. They are running a group called Magical Stitches in Literature, Magical School of Stitches in Literature. They did the Jane Austen Sal last year. This year it is Harry Potter. So I have picked out 4 Harry Potter pieces that I'm going to start each quarter, one each quarter, and stitch as I reread the books. I'm crossing my fingers. My plan is to get the audiobooks, and the nights that my husband and I carpool, listen to it on those nights. We get enough hours, we should be able to finish it, each of the books, because he's never read them. I've read them a dozen times. So, and then of course I've planned out all my, not planned out all, but there's several SALs with several different groups that I have all that I'm going to participate in. Okay, I think that's everything. Let's run into this. I'm already 10 minutes in and we haven't even looked at a whip, right? So, first, oh, and I gotta pull up my list over here. Give me one second. Because it has all the dates that I need to know. Alright, first is my Mini Treasure Hunt bookshelf by Heaven and Art Designs. This one, you know, I started it, Started it for the first time in December of 2015, but I restarted it a few times. This particular start was on March 28, 2016. Here's where I'm at. I have completed 2 pages, and I am starting on my 3rd page over here. My Year of Whips goal for this one is to complete 1 page. That's also my whip goal for the year. So if I complete my whip goal on this, I'm also completing one of the Year of Whips. I'd love to get more than just 1 page in a year. Oh, that's another thing. I'm doing the Full Coverage Fanatics is having kind of like we did the 100 Days of Hate, but it's going to be 90 days, so a quarter of the year. And where you stitch on it a little bit every day, or you make a goal for yourself or whatever. So between my 3 Heaven and Earth designs, I'll spin each at the beginning of each quarter, and whichever one comes up, that's the one I will focus on for that entire 90 days, and hope I stitch on every 90 days, even if I'm making 5 stitches my minimum. 5 stitches a day minimum to count. So, Mini Treasure Hunt bookshelf should come up. And then, of course, if it's my focus piece, it won't be on the whip wheel, because I need to be able to get through everything, right? Okay, where am I going to set all these things? Because they get pretty... I set it on the microwave. My needle minders are like, yay! Okay. Second, this is another Heaven and Earth design. It started on Stitch Mania 2017. So it was my first start, so May 1st. I have completed... This is turned wrong. I have completed 1 page, because that was my Year of Whips goal for 2018. Is that what I needed to go over? Did I go over that before? I think I did. Or maybe I went over it in my journal. Anyway, for Year of Whips, I completed 10 of my goals. So, that's what I thought I missed out on. Anyway, and then I need to go over my big goals, too, for the year. I'm so scatterbrained sometimes. Okay, so for 2019, this is on Year of Whips. I want 1 page finish, and that's the goal for the year on this one, is 1 page finish. Let me backtrack a little bit. I promise I'm going to get in a groove, and this will go better. This is done on 25. I believe this is 25 count Lugana in Dust Rose that I got for 1-2-3 Stitch. Done 1 over 1. Because it's a Heaven and Earth design. This is, I want to say 28 count Golden Blossom from 1-2-3 Stitch. It's in Lugana. Done 1 over 1. Alright, next. Okay, so one of my goals for 2019, let me go over those real quick. Here are my stitchy goals for 2019. I want to finish all my 2017 whips. So that is going to be, and you're going to see them, Mini Phantom of the Masquerade. No, I'm sorry. Heaven and Earth designs don't count. They don't count. So Welcome to Christmas is one. Autumn Wreath and Foxglove are my the only 3 projects that came over from 2017. They were the 3 things I did not finish on my Year of Whips. So, I want to finish all 3 of those. I also want to have 31 finishes, because I will be 31 years old in 2019. 1 page finish on each of my hates. I want to finish all those damn little advent animals. And I'm also setting myself a goal of 200,000 stitches in 2019. I did not keep proper track the entire year due to my injury. So based on what I did write down, I did 160,000 stitches, which I know is vastly under, not vastly, but it's under, because I didn't count finishing any of the stitches on Christmas Rules or Quotes to Live By, and you know that's plenty of stitching. So, that being said, if I averaged what I did properly keep track of and use that average, I would have been over the 190,000 mark. So my goal for next year is 200,000 stitches. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so that's all the 2019 goals. This is one of my 2017 Stitch Mania projects. I started this on the 16th of May, 2017. Darn needle minders. Okay, and here's where I'm at. I am more than halfway done, as you can tell, because the line down the middle is halfway. So I don't think this will be any problem at all to get done in 2019. This is on 28 count Monaco that I picked up at like Hobby Lobby or something. So there is that. The pattern was from a magazine. I don't know exactly which one off the top of my head, but it's by Doreen Jones. Okay, next. I actually just worked on this one last night, and I'm only 3 projects away from having worked on all of these this month. And I will get at least 2 of them done tonight and maybe 1 tomorrow, and then finish with all my organizing before the new year, because on the 31st I'll be starting that new project. Okay, next, Autumn Wreath. This was started for Stitch Mania 2017 on May 18th. So, fold this. That is where I'm at. I'm almost officially halfway done. There's still a leaf down there that I'm working on. I got quite a bit of it done last night, but so I'll just have the other half to go. And it's the back stitching, because like a quarter of this doesn't have back stitching. But oh, so welcome to it's on Year of Whips, and my goal for the year is to finish it. Same with Autumn Wreath, because it's my 2017 piece, so I want it finished. Okay. Next is Foxglove. This was a Stitch Mania start for 2017. No, I'm just kidding. This was, I started this after I got back from the October Flosstube retreat. So October 18th, 2017, I started Foxglove. I just have this bottom corner of her dress and then the beading. So she will definitely get finished in 2019, and that's the yearly goal. This is done 2 over. This is Nora Corbett. It's Foxglove. It's on 36 count opal linen in Apollo by Under the Sea Fabrics. So absolutely gorgeous. My nose is bothering me. I think it may be the heater. Something smells funny. Let me move a couple things just to make myself feel better. Okay, next. So that was all my 2017 pieces. We are moving into 2018. Several of these are on my Year Whips, but not all of them, obviously. Alright, let me move that. Okay. Next, we have Guardians of Notre Dame. This was a monthly mystery stitch along by Ingleside Imaginarium, Miss Brittany, and I stayed caught up with it for a good long time, but then I got behind. But that's okay, because I'm gonna be able to finish that pretty quick in the new year. I would say maybe like 5-6 nights of working on it. I started this. This was my New Year, New Start last year. My goal for it is to finish it. It's on the Year of Whips. It needs to be finished. Oh, and this fabric. I'm sorry. 32 count Jobelin in Vampiris by Under the Sea Fabrics. So. Okay, next. This I started January 18th, 2018, with Garrett Coffee Stitcher's Soda Stitch Stitch-alongs. This is Fairy Tale Lands 1 by Soda Stitch on, I don't have the card, I want to say 32 count linen and iced grapes by Under the Sea Fabrics. The 32 I'm not sure of, but I'm pretty sure of. So I almost have that first page done. I want to finish the first page and do a whole nother page this year is my goal for this one. And it is not on Year of Whips. So it's just, I'm going to try and get 2 pages done. It only goes on Year of Whips if I plan on finishing it or trying my best. Because we all know, best laid plans. Okay, next is House Stark. I started this February 9th, 2018. I really feel like, no, okay. I don't know why I started it, but I did. And this is a Etsy pattern by Lolita Made. It's called House Stark. I'm doing it on 32 count Joblin from Fiberlicious in chalkboard. Gorgeous dark gray fabric. I love Fiberlicious fabric. So that is where I'm at. I have finished 3 pages, which, well, and pretty good amount on a couple more. So, and there's 6 pages total, so I'm going to finish this year. It's on the Year of Whips. It's going to get done. Because it actually does stitch really fast. I just had a lot of days this year where, you know, it didn't get the time that it was supposed to. Next, on February 24th, I started Legendary Creatures. Some really weird start dates. Like, most of the time I have a rhyme or a reason to start something, and these don't look like they have. So this is Legendary Creatures by Clouds Factory. I forgot what fabric this is. I used it for something else also, which is why it's trimmed there at the bottom, but I can't remember. It's an Under the Sea fabric. It looks like probably a 32 count linen. Just not sure what color that is. So if I find it while I'm editing, I will insert here. That's what I'll do. Okay. Next, you're going to see this one twice. I started on, okay, we are officially in Stitch Mania 2018. So if any of these, okay, let me slow down a little bit. May 1st will be Mini Phantom of the Masquerade because I started it in 2017, so I will work on it that day. It looks like May 2nd, I will have a new start. May 3rd, I will have a new start because those have been finished, whatever they were. I didn't pull that information out. Then this one was started May 4th. So if it's finished before May, I'll get a new start. If not, then I will work on it. This is At Our House by Lizzie Kate. This is the one I am doing for someone else. With as close of a conversion as I could possibly come up with, I tried to stay pretty true to the pattern when it came to this one. It is on 28 count Lugana in Roseland by Under the Sea Fabrics. So there's that one. We're going to set this back down because we will see it again in a little bit. So it looks like May 5th is going to be open for a new start, and then May 6th, 2018, I started the Dash Away Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Hold on, I gotta backtrack a little bit. Legendary Creatures is not on Year of Whips. My year goal for it is to get A through M done. I'm being realistic with this one because I have a hard time working on it. So A through M. Then on At Our House, this will be on my Year of Whips. It needs to. I need to finish it this year, and it stitches up really fast. So, okay. So with that being said, this is the Dash Away Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It was a mystery stitch along that I didn't know about till it was over, and so I loved it so much I got it. This is also Fiberlicious fabric, 32 count Jobelin. I believe it's Mint was the name of the fabric. Iced mint, maybe? Or mint? Anyway, I thought it was going to be greener than it was, so when it came in blue, it ended up changing projects, but I love it for this one. This one is not on Year of Whips, and my goal for it is to get the very top through the word Vixen. So that shouldn't be too hard to do. I started these because of bingo, and of course, you know, I may end up working down there, but I'm going to focus on this up here first. So that's where we're at. Okay. Okay, I got to turn off that heater. It's killing me. I think it was all the way off. It's really weird. Anyway. Okay, next. What do we got? That was on May 6th. May 7th looks like a free day. May 8th, or I can start something new. May 8th, I started To-Do List by Lizzie Kate. So here's where it's at. This is 28 count Monaco or Lugana. But it's like I got it at Michael's. And I dyed it myself. And this is To-Do List by Lizzie Kate. My goal for this one is to finish it. Look, I really don't even have that much left. We're going to get this done in 2019. It's on the Year of Whips. Its goal is to be finished. Okay. May 9th, new start. May 10th, new start. May 11th, new start. May 12th. Is Owl Dad by Brooks Books. Here's where I'm at. This is on, let me get it held up here for you. 28 count Lugana in Sagebrush by Under the Sea Fabrics. I don't even know where Picture This Plus came all of a sudden. Under the Sea Fabrics. So it's super cute. The goal is, it is on Year of Whips. The goal is to finish this one next year. I think it should be easy enough to do. Alright. See, I'm starting to get in the groove as long as I can quit saying Picture This Plus when we all know I mean Under the Sea Fabrics because she's practically all I get. Okay. Okay, it looks like the 13th is going to be free. Or new start 13th, new start on the 14th. The 15th, I started Live, Laugh, Love by Stony Creek. This is on 32 count Jobelin and Emerald Grotto by Under the Sea Fabrics. See, I got it that time. Mostly called for colors. I changed up those birds. They were a color way too similar to the blue in the fabric, so I changed them to purple. And then I made these a little more yellow than what it called for. It called for a like a Weeks Dye Works or something. I just went with a yellow. It's supposed to be tint stitch or, you know, half stitches, but I made them full crosses. So, and it looks awesome. So. The goal on this one is to finish it. I just have that last page and it's done. So this one is on Year of Whips. So, okay. May 16th, it'll be Welcome To, because if I haven't finished that one yet, because that's from 2017. The 17th, I started House Targaryen. When I got the House Stark banner from Lolita Made, it was buy one, get one free, so I also got House Targaryen. And this one has a lot less work done on it. But I'm still making it a Year of Whips. I want to finish this year. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, I don't. Ha. Okay, House Targaryen, 2 pages. I want to get 2 pages done on this one in 2019. So. And House Stark was, I've already completed 3 pages, so you kind of get an idea of where I'm going with that one. It too is on 32 count Jobelin from Fiberlicious and Chalkboard. Because I wanted them to matchy. Okay, May 18th, we'll be working on Autumn Wreath from 2017. See, so what I'm trying to show you there is it carries over year to year if they continue to be there for years. Literally, I have to finish the project that day or else, or before that date, in order to have that date free. It doesn't change. So, like, just because it was 2017 doesn't mean that now that we're in 2019, it kind of goes off the... No, continues. Okay, so the 18th was Autumn Wreath. The 19th, I started Mira Mask. That's what I call it. It doesn't have an official... I mean, like, has something to do with the retreat. Because that's where we got it. Like, such and such retreat. So, this was a free pattern given to us by Nora Corbett at the Mirabilia Minions retreat. And my goal on this one is to work on it 12 days. So essentially 1 day a month for the entire year. And we'll see how close I get to a finish on it. This is 28 count Lugana, gold Lugana in Ophelia from Under the Sea Fabrics. I love Ophelia. So, till next time. I'm a busy person today. Popular person. Okay, that was that was May 19th. Looks like May 20th, I get a new start. May 21st, I started Fairy Tale Lands 1. By Soda Stitch. Again, I believe this is 32 count linen and iced grapes by Under the Sea Fabrics. I want to finish that page that I've started. It's actually like page 3 out of 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. But I just want to finish that one page this year. If I get more done, great. If I don't, yeah, it's okay. All right. What's next? Yeah, I give you okay. May 22nd, I started Miss Lowly Daggerwing. I feel like that's not right, but okay, we'll go with it. It's cool. So here's where I've got on her. She's actually going to stitch up a lot faster than I thought. So we put her on Year of Whips. We're going to finish her this year. So, and this is on that 36 count Opal Linen in Apollo by Under the Sea Fabrics. It's the other piece of that the Foxglove is on. May 23rd is a new start. May 24th is a new start. May 25th is a new start. May 26th is a new start. You see I've got plenty of room for new starts. May 27th, I started Time for God by Lizzie Kate. Here's where I'm at. This is 28 count Opal Lugana in Gaia by Under the Sea Fabrics. So, this one, my goal is, let me find it on the list. I haven't made a goal for this one yet. I need to look at the pattern. I think maybe half. Let's go with half. I have to figure out where that is, but we're gonna say I want to get half done this year. So, I need to trim that fabric. See, I would have a much bigger fabric stash if I would trim those. Maybe on the list of to-dos for tomorrow. Start out the new year right. All right. The 28th, I'm going to be working on, or from May 28th, I started last year. I'm working on this year. At Our House by Lizzie Kate on 28 count Lugana in Roseland by Under the Sea Fabrics. This one I am doing for myself. So I did some pretty exaggerated color changes. I went from super darks to pretty bright, like that blue and the pink, just brighter colors, more contrasty, for the one I'm keeping for myself. So my goal is to finish that one too this year. So it's on Year of Whips. Next, so the 29th new start, and this is for the 30th. This is World Postage Stamp by Soda Stitch on 28 count Lugana and 28 count Opal Lugana, excuse me, in Aztec by Under the Sea Fabrics. And my goal on this one is to get a page finish. So that top page that I'm working on, to finish it out. And I'm going to do a quick recap of Year of Whips once we get through all of this, because we're at 35 minutes and I still got a pretty good pile over here. Alright. Next, that's in the wrong place. Okay. At StitchCon this last year, I started Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream. So this was on June 21st. It's a Heaven and Earth design, so it will be on my list for the next 20 years. And this way. The needle minder is flipped around. Okay, this is on that easy count, 28 count Lugana easy count. So that's where I got to this year. I want to do a page finish on this, is my Year of Whips and yearly goal. Because with it being a full coverage, I don't have to finish it for it to count as Year of Whips. I just have to complete, I'm calling a page. I want to complete a page. So, next was my birthday start. So August 3rd of 2018. I turned 30. I started Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Samplings. This gorgeous piece of work here. So, what did I say to this one? I want to get both flowers done, is my goal for the year. If I get more, great, but I'm going to focus on those flowers and try to get those done. It's my yearly, is my Whip Go goal for this one. See, a goal can be whatever you make it. It doesn't have to be a finish. It doesn't have to be something like a page finish, or it can be a certain amount of days, a certain amount of stitches, a specific, I know Garrett does the specific goals a lot, so that kind of helped give me some ideas. Next. Okay. September 11th, 2018, I started Lady of the Flag. And here she is. I'm going to have to do some work on her because some of that stuff is not right. This is on I don't remember. Starts with an H. Hamlet. This is on 32 count linen in Hamlet by Under the Sea Fabrics. A nice dark purple and gray. So, my goal on her is 5,000 stitches in 2019. Forever and Ever was on 28 count Lugana in Galeen by Under the Sea Fabrics. I don't know if I said that. Really, it'll practically be over by the time you see this, but Leslie is doing a vote right now of which of the fabric of the months are going to go into the main line for next year. And Galeen is on there. Anubis, which I haven't stitched on Anubis yet, but I definitely want it to stay. I voted for Ain and Galeen. I wish I would have voted for Anubis too. But anyways, in order to vote, if you're interested, is to buy a piece of that fabric from her before the 31st. So, considering today's the 29th, you better get on it if you want to do that. Okay, next. On October 1st, I started Spangled as a Sal with Stitchy May and Belinda, the Aussie Stitcher. And here's where I'm at. This is by Long Dog Samplers. It's my first one. I'm amazed I got that out without messing it up. And this is Ophelia that is not sparkly. So it's a 28 count Lugana in Ophelia by Under the Sea Fabrics. So, and my goal for next year on this is a page finish. I forgot how many pages are on Spangled, but page finish. Ouch! Caught my nail on that. Yeah. Alright. Next, we're going to get into, we're fixing to be into my Flossmas this year, which is basically like a second Stitch Mania. But, you know. At the end of October, I started Colin Cardinal. I gotta find him. He is on my 2019 Year of Whips. He is, I want to finish him. Which, you know, I want to finish all these. So, there's that. But, of the ornaments, the ones that would be fairly easy for me to finish, I just spun and grabbed a few of them to go on my Year of Whips. Versus, like, trying to put them all on there or whatever. So, Colin was one of the ones that made it. Of course, I want to finish for him this year. The next one I started on October 26th was Sheila Sheep. She's right there. She should finish up pretty quick. She did not make it to the Year of Whips, but of course my goal on her is to finish. Next, on December 1st, I started Peter Polar Bear. Let me refold the fabric. Okay. So, he's right there. He did not make it to Year of Whips, but he is something I want to, my goal is to finish him. Because remember, I'm going to finish all 11 Advent animals I have left. So, next, I started Katie Kitty. Right over here on December 2nd. We're into the Flossmas ornaments. Then I started Heart was the name of the pattern. It was in a Just Cross Stitch magazine. Vlogmas Day 2 if you're interested in, I tell you exactly what page and everything. This is on 28 count Monaco. I dyed myself. And I'm not sure which way is up on this thing. I'm pretty sure it goes this way. But it's going to be a heart. My goal is to finish that one, but it did not make it on Year of Whips. Next, Pearly Pig. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's this guy over here. Of course, he did not make it to Year of Whips, but my goal is a finish. All of these are on 28 count Lugana in Frozen Fractals by Hand Dyed by Stephanie. If you watch my finishing video, you heard it about 30,000 times because I showed you all these great finishes, even though I didn't have this with me yesterday. You can see all the ones I have done and how messy of a stitcher I am because I'm extremely messy stitcher. Okay, so next was Believe in Santa. All the rest of the fabrics are going to be dyed by myself. This is a coffee, and they're all 32 count even weight. Anyway, coffee tea dyed, just coffee dyed, but yeah. So Santa's got a little bit of a beard going on in the middle there. The goal is to finish him. He did not make it onto the Year of Whips. Next is Mary Mouse. Right over here. Got that little teacup on her head. There's that Hattie Hedgehog. I don't know. Anyways, you'll see them all as they come up next year. Again, it's a goal to finish. Next. Oh, that may be Hattie. Mary is on the other fabric. Okay, anyways. I don't know. The next one was this one. So we're going to say that's Hetty. I could be wrong. And then started, I think I went down here. Started Cashmere Camel. And then on December 8th, I started Summer Sparkler Party by Frosted Pumpkin. I think it goes that way. On Coffee Dyed Fabric. I want to finish it. Did not make it in Year of Whips. I'm going to do a quick run over Year of Whips when we're done here. Okay. One of these is Pierre Penguin. Your guess is as good as mine. Then on December 9th. Then December 10th, I started When I Finished. And December 11th, I started Flag of Stars. God, I'm in love with this one. On the coffee dyed fabric. It's amazing. Okay. That one, I'm really thinking I might have to like burn the edges of. I think it might be perfect. Okay, then some of these dates are messed up. Anyways, next I started Boo. This was in a cross stitch magazine. Okay, hold on. This Flag of Stars is by Bent Creek. This one is from a magazine. It says Boo, or it will when I get through with it, on orange fabric that I dyed. Next, one of these is Kenny Kangaroo and Duncan Dog, and yeah, I think that's it. So on December 16th, I started Winter Blister. This was from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I believe it goes like this. Fabric that I dyed myself with the dark blue on top of a light blue, so that's why you get a little bit of that spotting. These were all in my Vlogmas this month, so I mean, if you want more in-depth detail, I don't typically do that. I like to have the information so you don't have to go back, but most of the videos are really short. As soon as you see the ornament, it'll tell you what magazine I got it from. This is, I don't know if it's upside down or not, but it's called Twinkle. It's an Ursula Michaels pattern from the Ornaments Galore issue on fabric I dyed light blue. I started that December 17th. December 18th, I started Joy. This was from the 2018 cross stitch ornament issue. So you've probably seen a lot of it this year. And coffee dyed fabric by me. It's gorgeous. I love those colors. Again, all of these, Flag of Stars was on Year of Whips. The others are not. And I plan to finish all these ornaments before next Christmas. So maybe not fully finish, but finish. No, it's going to be the year of fully finishing. So I'm going to fully finish things. Next is Snowflake. This was in the same magazine with the heart. They were on the page together. I dyed the fabric a light blue, but it got a little bit of that coffee dyed linen attached to it, so it's got a little bit of shading in there. It looks pretty cool. Started that December 19th. On December 20th, I started Be Free. This is a Barbara Anna design, free design. Wait, do I need to turn it? Here we go. And I put it on this dark blue fabric. Yep. Okay. Next, I started Cat Stocking. This is number 9 in an ornament book. I want to say it's probably Ursula Michaels also, but I can't remember. On green fabric. I think it goes this way. Not quite sure. Yeah, I think it goes this way. Next was the Flossmas ornament from Patty at 4 Boys and an NL Girl. She made for those of us that did Flossmas for 2018. You can buy it on Etsy. It's like $1. Dollar or two. So that was my start on it. Just back stitching, no cross stitching yet. But I promise there is cross stitching on there. I don't know the name of this fabric. I had that problem when I showed you Cold Snowman on the finishes yesterday. We're almost done, y'all. I'm sorry. Next, I started Luck of the Irish. I put it on light green. Dyed, whatever this is that I've said 1,000 times. The pattern was in a issue, I want to say, of Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'm pretty sure all of them came out of, unless they were an actual pattern, they came out of Just Cross Stitch. This one is Clover of Clovers. It's by Benton Creek. Pretty sure it goes that way. Again, on that same green dyed fabric. And I Love Fall by Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery on coffee dyed fabric. That is it. That is all 52 projects. I know I kind of, once I got into the ornaments, it was a little bit harder to, because I wanted to give you all the information. I don't have it. I will have one new start before the end of the year. I'm going to start Pretty Little London by Satsuma Street. So it will be a year. It will be a whip next year. So, Year of Whips 2019. Mini Treasure Hunt Bookshelf, Mini Phantom of the Masquerade, and Mini Alice in a Dolly Dream, all getting 1 page each. And then finishes, I want House Stark, Autumn Wreath, Welcome to, Live, Laugh, Love, Foxglove, both the At Our Houses, mine and the one I'm giving away. To-Do List, Owl Dad, Guardians of Notre Dame, Flag of Stars, Miss Lowly Daggerwing, Colin Cardinal, I Love Fall, and Pretty Little London are all the goal is to have at least half of those done by the end of the year, but my personal goal is to have most of them done by the end of the year, right? Right. I could do this. I can do this. So, that was my whip parade. That was my goals for all the year. I feel like when I look at my goal list, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to meet all my goals. But that's why they're goals, right? So, and then I have all those new starts that I'm going to do at some point over the year. I've got 4 Harry Potter starts. I've got a bunch of stuff kitted up for, I don't know, if I want to do a new start on Stitch Manias on the 19th of the month, because that's, you know, Mania, New Year, New Starts, or Stitch Mania, or whatever other excuse I find to start new things. But currently I'm sitting at 53, well, currently I'm at 52. I will be at 53 before the end of the year. So we'll see if I stay up that high or if I can get it down a little bit. I don't know. We will see. I'm not interested in doing the no new starts for 2019. I commend anybody who tries, and even more so successfully accomplishes an entire year of not starting anything new. I feel like that's one of the hardest things you can ask our community to do, because we're always enabled by other people and want to start the things, right? So, I think that's it. I'm going to let you go. This was almost an hour long, but that's, you know, around a minute per project, and we know I talked about things other than that. So, I hope y'all have a great new year, New Year's Eve, and you started off right, preferably with some stitching. And I will see y'all in a few weeks. Happy stitching, everybody.